It never gets easier, you just get better. A quote that has stuck with me for quite some time. College will not get any easier. My job will not get any easier. Being a mom will not get any easier. Life just will not get easier. I will, however, get better. I will learn to accept the things that I cannot change and instead develop a strong toolbox of knowledge and resources to better face each challenge. This holds true for my everyday life as well as my career. Reaching a person's dream career begins with a lot of reflection and self-evaluation. What do I want to do when I grow up? How will I get there? Do I need an education? Many of us began asking these questions at an early age. I can remember writing a research paper on my career of choice in the 6th grade. Back then, I just knew I was going to be a lawyer. Boy, was I wrong. It wasn't until I took a dual credit medical terminology class in high school that I had a new industry spark my attention. From there, I took the certified nursing assistant course and I was hooked. I instantly knew the medical field was my subject of interest. Since I graduated high school 14 years ago, I have continuously held a job in some sector of the medical field. For me to assess my career readiness, I first need to appreciate the progress I've made and visualize where I've come from over the course of my current career. As you can see, I've held a wide array of positions from admissions to billing to a certified medical assistant to the specialty clinic supervisor position I hold today. I know it seems like I have a very broken resume and that I jump from job to job, but I don't see it that way anymore, even though I definitely used to. Each position change was due to moving to a new city, obtaining full-time hours, getting benefits, bettering my pay, or sometimes moving upwards in an organization. All of these job titles add up to one thing: experience. My experiences have been a big contributing factor in my career readiness today. In addition to reviewing a timeline of my jobs, I have used career assessment tools and questionnaires to help prompt me in answering the big question: are you ready to pursue your dream career? The assessment tools proved to be very helpful in laying out my path to success and helping me define my priorities, confidence levels, and skill set. Revisiting the self-assessment paper I wrote just a few short months ago during fall semester also helped remind me what my strengths and weaknesses were back then and how they've improved or remained the same since writing that paper. As I continued Googling career ready assessments and reviewing articles, I found that career priorities for me resulted in achievement, personal development, and pleasure. I agree with this conclusion. My decisions are often based off of my personal list of priorities. Achievement is a big part of how I function. Without plans or goals, I feel unsettled. I want clearly defined deadlines, expectations, and goals so I can feel like I achieved success and put forth all effort needed to achieve that success. I strive for personal development. My previous experience as a quality improvement coach ingrained in me the continuous improvement efforts within myself and my career. I have several mentors and motivators in my support system who have all helped me be the best version of myself and continue to maximize my success. Pleasure was the last priority identified for me. Life is much too short to be miserable in your job or your environment. I want to do something that brings me personal satisfaction in addition to performing activities that bring me happiness and provide a learning experience. I get pleasure out of every day in feeling like I made a difference in one way or another, whether it was teaching an employee something new, assisting a patient up the stairs, or simply smiling at a stranger at the grocery store. Find a job that makes you happy and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Next was my confidence level. I received a 4 out of 5-star rating on my confidence level about my current career path. My current position, along with past experiences, has allowed me to gain necessary skills to proceed with my progress and maximize my success. I am learning more prevalent networking, communication, and adaptability skills. As these skills and confidence level evolve, I'm able to develop stronger relationships, keep a more open mind, and take risks to further challenge myself. In assessing my confidence level, I also have to take into consideration my strengths and my weaknesses. Pointing out one's own weaknesses isn't always easy, yet it's a great way to determine where there can be improvements. The first weakness I immediately know about myself is public speaking. Recognizing this, I've began making small changes to become more comfortable, such as leading meetings. I have surprisingly offered to lead more staff and training meetings. I have started with small unit meetings and hope to work my way up to large multi-department gatherings. I strongly believe my increased confidence level and knowledge base is also helping me overcome this weakness. When I feel like I own the room and can answer any question that comes my way, I am able to effectively deliver a public speech. Teaching is one of my weaknesses. I have most recently realized about myself that I am not a great teacher. I have a strong desire to help people, but being a coach or leader is better suited for me. Teaching requires transferring knowledge from myself to another, and this takes patience. I've come to realize I just do not have the best patience, and I get internally frustrated when I'm not able to effectively teach someone. I tend to have high expectations of the people around me, and as a coach or leader, I can embellish and further help others build upon the knowledge they already have. To help improve this weakness, I need to find new techniques of teaching that include positivity and to make teaching fun for me as well as the student. When choosing a job or the degree of job satisfaction, I let prestige drive my decision. This is very much a weakness. I want accomplishments such as a degree and a career that people look up to and value in society. I'm not saying I want to be better than anyone, it's just that I let people's opinions influence some of my decisions. In order to avoid this weakness in the future, I need to focus more on how decisions make me feel than how others will view me. My final weakness sometimes gets the best of me. Even though I prefer structure with clear deadlines and expectations, I tend to hold off on things until the last minute. I never miss a deadline though. However, I'm not usually way ahead either. When it comes to projects, I'll usually start on them early, but fail to submit them until their deadline. I feel the need to continuously evaluate my work and make changes. I fear that if I turn something in too far ahead, I'll come up with better work and not be able to improve on my project. If I turned it in early, I'm missing out on additional time to fine-tune and make sure that it's just right. This will be something that takes time to improve. I need to trust that I'm submitting my best work, whether it's 1 week or 1 hour before the deadline. If I complete a project early, I need to be happy to have that free time to spend getting ahead on other projects or spending time with my family. I am slowly learning to better prioritize my tasks and complete the easiest things first, then conquer the rest well before their deadline. It always seems to be easier to point out our strengths and what we feel we do well versus what we don't. I can think of a lot of skills and experience that I have that have contributed to me being a valuable employee. But one of the strengths I'm most proud of is my work ethic. Thankfully, I've been surrounded by successful people my entire life who have taught me the importance of a strong work ethic. They helped shape me into the employee I am today. I have always been a dependable employee and coworker that people can trust and rely on. I rarely call in, and if I do, you know it's for a valid reason. I'm disciplined, I support a team environment, I'm organized, and I respect the chain of command. These traits are ingrained in me, and I will continue to follow them like they are my own personal mission statement. Leadership is an ever-evolving strength of mine. I have an effective leadership style that incorporates participation and support. I like to lead by example and am not afraid to jump in and help. Having the previous work history that I do, I'm a valuable resource to many departments. Also, many find I have a calming effect on my peers and are impressed by my ability to adapt to situations. I do well at responding instead of reacting. I am able to pause, think about the situation, and respond in an appropriate manner. It takes a lot to rattle my cage. Along with this strength, I've found I'm good at critical thinking. I'm able to admit when I need more information and often think outside the box for a more creative fix to problems. Being a strong critical thinker induces the need to utilize all our senses and make rational decisions. I want to continue improving my critical thinking skills by asking questions. Learning, gathering data, and collaborating with others are some ways I will continue strengthening my critical thinking abilities. Finally, one quality that I work on daily is communication. This is a skill I feel I do well at. However, learning to strengthen my vocabulary and phrase things in a more diplomatic way will only help me as I continue moving up on my career. I have some great mentors that work around me, which I listen to very closely when they speak. I want to absorb as much of their strong words and phrases that I can. We are not all perfect, and most of us learn as we go. My career path has had some ups and downs, but it has led me on an interesting journey that has, circumstantially, helped me find who I am and what I want to be. I am nearing the end of my college degree. There is finally light at the end of the tunnel. This will be the biggest accomplishment of my life thus far, besides my children, of course. I am a first-generation college grad. Neither of my parents or any of my grandparents have college degrees. Only one of my 3 siblings even has a high school diploma. I am obtaining my bachelor's of business administration, all while attending school full-time, working full-time as a specialty clinic site supervisor, and raising 2 very active children. When I think about my story and what path life has taken me, my priorities, my motivators, and my skills, I can proudly say I am ready to pursue my dream career. It is very much an attainable goal at this point. I have worked my way up from the bottom and am happy right where I'm at. Even though obtaining a bachelor's degree will indeed open many doors for me, in 10 years, I plan to be in the same career I am now. I want to be a student for life. Just because I've reached my degree doesn't mean I will stop learning. I have to treat each day as a learning experience. Even the smallest new detail learned can develop into a bigger idea to be used later on.